What up, Laker Nation? It's your boy DTLF back with another video. This is the one everybody's been asking me about, man. 2018 grades and analysis. I've been saving this information. I've been withholding information from you guys for this very moment. I wanted to make interesting videos all summer long, and this is the main one, guys. Now here, we're gonna be able to judge how the players did this season and if they deserve to be on the roster next season. Without further ado, let's kick it off with my man Brook Lopez, averaging 13 points per game, 4 rebounds, and he shot 35% from the three-point line, which is exceptional for a big man, right? It all sounds real good. However, there is some problems with this guy. My main problem being that for 2/3 of the season, he settled way too much for three-pointers, and that bothers me, man. With his size and skill in the paint, I mean, he's able to finish with the best of them. Why not? You take advantage of your size and strength and finish inside, you know, post up, go to work in the paint. Also, we're going to need you to get your rebounds a little bit higher than 4 a game. Come on, Brook Lopez. You're better than that, dog. You're better than 4 rebounds a game. But anyways, guys, if I had to bring him back, it would have to be under special circumstances, meaning if we land max free agents and we need some veteran minimum players to fill the cap, I would bring him back. Other than that, not very impressed, and I'd rather upgrade. Brook Lopez gets a C- from me, and hopefully he improves, because even though he's 30, he needs to learn how to play in the paint a lot more. And I do understand that it's a new NBA, but still, very underwhelming season for me. I expected more from Brook. Moving on, KCP, Kentavious Caldwell-Pope. Wow, what a wild card this guy was. 13.4 points per game, 5.2 rebounds, and he shot 38% from beyond the arc. Now, KCP was another one of these players I had high hopes for. Very disappointed when the season started. He was super streaky. However, I felt like as the season progressed, especially when he came out of jail, you know, he got a little bit better. He got more comfortable with the offense. What bothers me about KCP is that his defense, he gambles way too much, and at times it's a little overrated. His defense is more overrated than I thought it was. At times, like I said, he gambles, and we end up paying the price because this man just blows right by him, and the defense is in trouble in scramble mode. Offensively, this guy sometimes got really sloppy, as you can see right here in the play. He tried to throw it off the backboard in this particular play, and he missed everything. So sometimes he can get a little out of his bag and try things that are not in his MO. So that's when it gets annoying. So, he's very turnover prone in the fourth quarter. I noticed every time we went to him, he either shot an errant shot or he ended up losing the ball. Therefore, I'm gonna give him a grade of C, because he was a little bit better than Brook, at least defensively, and he always brought the effort. So he gets an average grade for me. Again, underwhelming. I expect a lot more from him coming out of Detroit. I thought he played better for the Pistons. Now, the man of the hour, Brandon Ingram, the Slim Reaper. 16.1 points per game, 5.3 rebounds, 4 assists. This guy was all kinds of impressive. Now remember, his rookie campaign, he didn't even average 10 points a game. He averaged a little under that. So he made a 6-point jump, just like that, a little more than a 6-point jump. He was able to take people off the dribble, finish. I mean, this season he really improved. I was very excited to see his growth, and I expect the world of this kid moving forward, because he can get to the rack. As of right now, he can be like a poor man's Giannis. Maybe even a rich man's Giannis once he throws on some muscle, because this kid has better shooting abilities and techniques. Some even compared him to Kevin Durant coming out of the draft. But either way, man, no matter who you compare him to, this guy's wingspan, his potential, he's special, man. And he can play make. That's the biggest surprise. His playmaking abilities during the time when Lonzo was out. And remember, Lonzo missed about 30 games this season. This guy really took over as a primary point guard and even opened some people's eyes. And some people even believe that Lonzo was expandable because of how good Brandon Ingram ran the point. So this guy was really, really impressive. I mean, if it wasn't for Victor Oladipo, Julius, and a couple of other guys, this guy would have won Most Improved Player of the Year for sure. But he's definitely in the top 5 for in the running. Like I said, he has all the tools, man. I can't wait to see what he becomes in the offseason. He needs to put on some weight, continue to work on his ball handling and shooting. Brandon Ingram gets an A from me. I really don't see a lot of weaknesses in his game, and he's only a second-year player, so the sky's the limit for Brandon. Come on, Brandon. Touch the sky for us this summer. One time. Wow, okay. Now we're going to touch on Lonzo Ball, man. Lonzo Ball was one of the most controversial players this season, man. Some people loved him. Some people hated him. You could count me in with the crowd that loved him. I mean, I love his game. He's a walking triple-double. He was a little injury-prone this season, but however, that is because he's a very, very limber guard. He's very thin. He needs to put on some muscle, some weight. He is 6'7", so he's not going to get bullied around. The thing that impressed me the most, besides his playmaking, was his defensive abilities. Also, his ability to rebound the ball and push the pace. I mean, this guy was elite. All right, he made all of his teammates better when he was on the court. Everybody was moving the rock. Everybody was cutting, getting to the front of the rim, and finishing. He makes the game so much easier for everybody, man. How can you not love Lonzo? He's basically already Jason Kidd, and he's only going to get better. Now, in the exit interview, he said he needed to work on his offensive game. Kuz is going to definitely help him there. So, Lonzo, you get a B+, my friend. And the only reason he got a B+ only is because his jumper was very inconsistent, but I absolutely love this kid, his potential. He has the potential to be a top 5 guard in this league in the future. So, you know, hats off to Lonzo, and I can't wait to see what he comes with next season. Moving on, Julius Randle. Again, I just spoke about him in my previous clip. He is one of the most improved players this season. Again, if not for Victor Oladipo, I think Julius takes it hands down. He's just a bully. He's an animal. 16 points, 8 rebounds, shooting 55% from the field, and he just took it to every single person, man. He took it right to their chest. He let them have it. This guy's a beast, man. He is an old school style power forward, very Charles Barkley-esque. He can run the break. He is a terror in transition when he's moving full steam ahead and he sees the cracks in the break. I mean, absolutely love Julius. He has it all. Only thing he needs to work on is his right hand and his mid-range jump shot. So hopefully this summer he adds that to his arsenal. If he does, he's going to be absolutely unstoppable. But his playmaking definitely improved this season. He improved in a lot of areas. I mean, once he found out that they just can't stop him. He's athletic, acrobatic. He can finish with the best of them. I mean, look at the way he posts up and just bullies guys, man. He was really letting people have him. And he earned his nickname, the Punisher. You know, he punished everybody down low. I'm sure nobody wanted to guard him in the paint. I mean, this guy was an absolute handful, working the glass. You know, just a terror, man, a bull. You see in these clips, the way he rolls to the basket, very intelligent. He knows how to play off ball, you know, fight for those rebounds, put it back up with the soft touch. I mean, what more can I say? We got to pay this man. I know some people are iffy, but we definitely got to pay him whatever he's worth, man. He's definitely worth it. So bring him back. He has star potential in this league, and there's not a lot of power forwards like him. A lot of games he got us going, man, and he was the heart and soul of this team for the most part. I just absolutely love his fire, man. He can definitely get into his teammates. Julius gets a B+ from me. Ever since he started, he totally started dominating. So I expect to see a lot more of this next season. Of course, we hope for that improvement in the offseason. So can't wait to see what he becomes next year. Tyler Ennis. Alright, guys. This guy, I'm not going to put any highlights for him. I don't feel like he deserves any highlights. I really dislike this player. He only started playing well once the season ended, practically. He gets an F+, and he's lucky I added the plus out of pity. I really don't want to see him here next season. I know you guys probably think I'm harsh on Tyler, but it's well deserved. I mean, this guy played absolutely great for us last season when he was playing for a contract. He proved that he's just a contract type player, and he did the same thing at the end of the season. Bounce. All right, now we got Kyle Kuzma, man. A lot of people say he's my favorite. I'm starting to believe it, guys. He's definitely one of my favorites. Love Kyle. 16.1 points per game, 6.3 rebounds, shooting 45% from the field. Now, this guy plays like a small forward. He can play power forward. He was the talk of the town, guys. He was all over the news. He was the steal of the draft. Kyle Kuzma is absolutely no joke. And we definitely got a gem here. This guy's going to be a superstar, potentially superstar. For sure, he's going to be an all-star. He has every shot in the book, including the sky hook. You know, he's very poised and calm for a rookie. I know he's 22, but he's still mad young. The way he plays like he's been in the league for years, man. Sky's the limit for him. He just, his footwork is impeccable, man. He can take you off the dribble. He can shoot in your face. finish in transition, athletic. All right, he's the total package, guys. There's nothing else we could have asked for from this year's 27th pick. Kyle Kuzma, absolutely great. Fearless, guys. He has that Mamba mentality. Some people call him Kuz Mamba. Some people say it's blasphemy. Regardless, you got to respect this kid, man. He has a lot of heart, a lot of passion for the game, and you could tell he's going to be special. Man, just give him a couple of years. I can't wait to see what he does next season. My goodness, man. He's an alpha. The thing about Kyle Kuzma, he makes teammates better as well. He can play make. He makes the right plays down the stretch. Again, he goes into his bag and he can finish over anybody. I'm telling you, Kyle Kuzma's the real deal, guys. He had all of Laker Nation this year eating out of the palm of his hands with the sensational play. Just amazing play after amazing play, guys. I'm speechless. There's so many things I could keep just gushing about this kid, but I don't want to sound too biased, so I'm gonna just go ahead and say that I'm giving this kid the best grade on the team simply because of where we drafted him and the leadership qualities he showed for a rookie. You could just tell he's special. Matter of fact, you know what? I'm not even gonna say nothing no more. I'm gonna let Kenny the Jet Smith take it away. That's right, man. I'm giving this kid an A+. That's exactly how we felt. Thanks, Kenny, for the cameo. That's exactly how we felt, guys. Every play, every time he stepped out on the court, we were just excited and Kuzma's the real deal, guys. Can't wait to see him next season. Keep working, young fella. Keep working. Another impressive rookie. The numbers don't do him justice, guys. Josh Hart, 7.9 points per game, 4.2 rebounds, shooting, I believe, was the highest percentage on the whole team beyond the arc, if I'm not mistaken. 39%, almost 40% from beyond the arc. Not bad for a defensive specialist. By the way, he's also the best defender on the team. He can take people off the dribble. He has strong upper body strength and he can finish. Look at that defense. Just, my God, block of the year right there. Absolutely sensational. Josh Hart, man, another steal in this draft. I'll be dropping videos in the future about why we won the draft, guys. We definitely won this draft just because of the depth. And we got another one here with Josh Hart, man, out of Villanova. You know, congratulations to Villanova on the national championship, and you know, they just produce winners like Josh Hart. So maybe we might look at that team in the draft because they have a couple of players that I like. So we might be looking their way because, like I said, these guys are primed and ready to compete. Josh Hart was ready this season, man. He contributed, and his shot only got better. As you saw in the last game, he was just ice cold. He was on fire from beyond the arc. I give Josh Hart a B+. This kid, no ceiling, guys, to these guys. No ceiling to these rookies. I'm telling you, man, we really lucked out this draft. Now, I bundled up a couple of players here from the G League. You know, mainly the ones who played mostly in the G League, I put on this list, and I'm going to give them a collective grade. They were actually pretty good, man. I was impressed. I think we're going to keep a couple of these guys for next season. I like Caruso, and I liked all these guys. Honestly, I'm going to give them a C+ because they actually hooped and they stepped up when injuries occurred. So our G League development team is doing a great job of continuing to pump out young players. Ivica Zubac, okay, 6 points per game, 5 rebounds. He shot a low field goal percentage. That's my problem with Ivica. He kind of regressed a little bit this season, guys. Last season, he showed a lot of promise, and I don't know if it's because he had more playing time and he felt more secure. But he did a solid job down the stretch this season. However, he was a little disappointing. I feel like he needs to get stronger. He needs to get quicker. And he needs to improve fast because players like Ivica Zubac sometimes get cut. Now, he's still a project, very raw. I would love to see what he becomes, so I hope we don't get rid of him. But players like that, sometimes you got to create roster spots and they become the odd man out. So I hope he improves because I like the kid a lot. He has a nice soft touch around the basket. He has good basketball IQ. You know, he knows how to cut, how to use his body a little bit here to finish around the rim. But he does need to improve a lot. He's still very raw, man. Very similar to Thomas Bryant. Raw players, and they're projects. So we'll see what he becomes. But I am going to have to give him a C- simply because, like I said, he underwhelmed a little bit based on the promise he had last year, his rookie season. So Maybe that has to do with opportunity. Maybe it has to do with confidence. Either way, I wish him the best, man. I hope he continues to improve. Now, we got another bundle here, man. And I'm just going to straight up give you the grade for these guys because they played very limited. But I give them a C. Isaiah Thomas was a lot better before he got injured. The last couple of games after he was injured, he played like crap. But however, when he came in, he brought a different mentality to this team. Channing Frye brings shooting. So either of these two players would be cool to re-sign for the minimum if they're willing to take that. And a bench role, I'll bring him back for sure. But now, let's get down to the nitty-gritty, man. Man of the hour, Luke Walton, head coach, second year. You knew it was coming. I'm going to have to judge this guy now. He really had me ticked off for about 2/3 of the season. He was making some real questionable calls and some wacky rotations. At times, it looked like he lost the roster as well. It looked like he lost the locker room. I mean, at times, it looked like Julius and other players weren't listening to him when he was in the huddle. So things like that make me wonder if he's the right head coach for us. However, I will give him a little bit of slack. I will cut him some slack because he improved down the stretch of the season. You know, as soon as he stopped putting in Tyler Ennis and Isaiah Thomas by default, his grade improved in my opinion. He was going to get an F though, man. I was going to destroy this guy, but I'll give him a little bit of props because he did get better down the stretch. Only slightly though, so I'm going to go ahead and have to give him a D+. Sorry, Luke. I like you as a person. I'm not a huge fan as a coach, but tell me what you guys thought of my grades, guys. I might have been a little too harsh on a couple of people, but that's going to wrap it up, man. It's been a great season. Thank you so much for all the support and love. And make sure you drop a like and subscribe, guys. I got you all summer long. We got an interesting summer up ahead. Much love, Laker Nation. Peace out.